Greetings and welcome into Ankh Plays. We're beginning Incident 4 of our Ironman playthrough of Stellaris, Shadows of the Shroud, with our resilient cat people, the Felonians. Now, we almost lost this playthrough in the second incident, so we're still focused on securing our future, along with progressing through psionic ascension. So there's a few things that I want to make changes to as we begin this incident, and hopefully we can expand our borders a little bit as we pan out in the Sudeton system. The storm here has dissipated. It's gone. We do have our Aura of Souls intensity that's very low, but it's giving us some stability, some ship fire rate, and unity from jobs. Let's check in on our psionic ascension situation first. We're currently in watch and wait, which is kind of slowing down our situation speed. This one will change to, if we change to organized meditation, we'll progress through the situation a little bit quicker. I don't really think that it would be good to move forward, because these are going to be really expensive on our Unity, and we still need to progress through the situation, or not the situation, but the tradition, to unlock all of the psionic things in the tradition tree. So I think we're going to change over to organized meditation. It doesn't change the situation speed at all, but it does give us a higher chance of beneficial events, which could give us an edge against our very aggressive neighbors, the Panurians. So if you'll recall, in the, although it looks like it really does advance the situation speed by a little bit, either way, if you'll recall, the Panurian, I keep saying Panurian, the Panurian nation. These guys are not super happy with us still. They're quite hostile, and I don't know that there's going to be a way for us to improve our relations. They're actively harming relations to justify another war, I think it is. And we've got a belligerent diplomatic stance. It would be nice to get some espionage going, to basically just see kind of where they're at in their technology, and maybe take a look at some of their combat ships and their combat capability. But we don't have a lot of intel on them, so the espionage might help us with that. The problem is that we still have some uncontacted aliens here, another first contact, and it looks like Yodagood could be helping out with that. So we're going to go ahead and assign him that. It should be... We'll just see how this goes. We have not had the best luck with our first contact, but this looks to be maybe another empire, which would be nice to be able to perhaps forge a friendship with, and maybe even a federation, which would be beneficial for our patron. And we can go out to our Shroud panel, this new lovely panel, and you can see that we've progressed a little bit deeper into the domain of the Cradle of Souls. We have one envoy assigned, and we kind of need to keep it that way. I wish we could assign a little bit more, or a couple more envoys, to really kind of double down to increase our aura, and make it that so that hostile invaders, such as the Panurians, have a more difficult time invading us. But such that it is right now, we need to get a few more envoys before we're allowed to do that. And we do have, I guess, a trust accord? This is going, yeah, trust accord. Plus 50% trust growth and 10% diplomatic weight. And yeah, it says this accord has been granted. So as we progress deeper into the domain of the Cradle of Souls, it looks like we get these accords just as passive bonuses. Now, we'll take a minute to remind ourselves, gathering is going to be great for forming a federation. So if we form a federation, that will advance us in the domain of the Cradle of Souls. Compromise will make making diplomatic pacts, and infiltrating, which is interesting because I think that's like spy operations. There's going to be an additional progression towards that. Ordering, which would be passing a law on the Federation, and then defending, which I don't really understand. Oh, this is building defense platforms. Cool, okay. I don't think defense platforms are all that good, though. So maybe we don't worry about that. If we want to advance towards the Cradle of Souls, we can't really declare war. And we did make a mistake of adopting the supremacy tradition. At least it would be a mistake in the Cradle of Souls' eyes. But I think that was one of the things that saved us from the Panurian invasion back in Incident 2. Making claims against other systems. Destroying an enemy building. Oh, so we can... Oh, this is good. Okay, so originally I had read this, and I didn't see the enemy part in there, and so if you destroy an enemy building, because I was very hesitant to destroy some of the buildings that we had on in our colonies to kind of retool some of our resource workflow. And destroying armies. Whoops. Yeah, we did a little bit of that when we were trying to liberate, I think it was Matar. But the Felonians are, again, not good at fighting. We have the weak trait. So that kind of sets the stage for the direction that we want to go. On the galactic map, we can jump out a little bit, and we have taken the Hulben-Kerr system, and it looks like Gnarth is headed towards Larkin's Singularity, which is going to be another black hole system, to do some... Whoopsies. To do some surveying. And our craft here needs to build some mining stations. We'll get those up and running. I don't know if there's any chance that there will be additional habitable worlds over here, but it seems like it might be a good idea for us to have our shipyard, the Sudeton Station, build a colony ship, 200 food, 200 consumer goods, and 200 alloys. Yeah, I can spare that. What I'm worried about is I'm worried about the Panurians closing their border and us not being able to get a colony ship over here if we find a colony, which would be very unfortunate. Okay, so we have a little bit of minerals, but I would like for us to check in on our colonies real briefly. We'll start with Sudeton itself. We're at 81 stability, no crime, 4,500 populace here. And if we can get to... I think we need to build out our energy stores a little bit more. We don't have a way to specialize these districts yet, which would be very helpful. But such that it is. I think that we want to build out a couple more energy and potentially food districts as well. So this is 300... We've only got enough minerals for one choice here. This would give us another 12 minerals per month, which could mean... These are all really hard choices, you guys. really hard choices. I think that I'm going to prioritize my mineral spending, if I can, on the colonies of Matar 3 and, of course, Sudatin. And the reason for this is that in the instance of Panurian aggression, these would be the last colonies that would be taken over. So if we invest in these, we'll have a chance to defend ourselves a little bit better. All right. Let's look at Matar before we make any kind of determination here. So good stability, a much smaller populace. And we don't really have the energy to clear any of these blockers anyways. We have a lot of civilians that are producing 20 trade and 1,000 amenities, which is quite, I don't know, it's quite ridiculous. I'm still getting used to the new UI. It seems like it's very useful, but it's a lot more detailed than what I was expecting from previous from the 4.0 playthrough that I did recently. So we're at a growth last month of 2, I guess. I could move my capital. Interesting. So do these these are just civilians because they don't have jobs? Oh, and then here's the factions. Okay. I will tell you what. This is a cool new UI. I do like it. But this here, this is a bad experience. Why, you know, like if you've got a higher resolution screen, then you should be able to muck with this a little bit and make it larger so that you can see more information. And I understand that that's, you know, that's a lot of extra work for the engineers who work on Stellaris, but boy, would that be useful to be able to utilize more of the screen. It gives you a more total... Yeah, we don't have a lot of jobs on this. We're just doing metaglorists and colonists, which these are just producing a little bit of trade. Oh, they're producing a lot of stuff. Okay, so the colonist job produces 2.24 food and 0.22 trade with a 2.5 food. That's super inefficient. And they want consumer goods. And they consume a quarter consumer good. I think these are per month. Like I said, guys, I'm still learning a lot about the strategy in this game and how things work. And, of course, this game, they call it a grand strategy game. I agree, it's a grand strategy game. There is a lot of stuff that's going on here. So the colonists are producing 2.24 food, plus 18%. I don't know what all of these are. But for the cost of 2 food, we're producing 3 food. So we're at a net positive for food. And then all of these modifiers here, I don't really know what each one of these is. One of them is 925 amenities. So it seems like maybe we need to invest in... Give these guys some jobs, maybe? That's going to give us another 10 minerals a month. We're upgrading to a planetary administration. What kind of buildings can we dump into here? It seems like we need to put a temple in, luxury residence. So temple is going to give spiritualist ethics attraction and priest jobs, which turn consumer goods into amenities. Okay, so temples are good if you have consumer goods. And we do want unity. This is 400 minerals to produce to build this. A Psychor would probably be higher priority. telepath jobs, additional stability to telepath jobs in turn energy into unity planetary defense armies and reduce crime. Oh, if you fully stock that, look at that, 33 unity at the cost of 2 energy. The Psi Core is your friend. Trust the cores. Okay. We are still kind of teetering on the brink here, so it seems like maybe we'll spend 300 minerals to pop up one of the... Like, we're stable here, so let's build up our mineral budget, because we need to build a lot of infrastructure. Like, that's the... Let's check in on Breslin, because that would be the next one. Breslin is recovering from a worm infestation, so the Felonians got worms on Breslin, which is just next door to Sudeton. This is at a planetary deficit as well. We've got some heavy industry here, which means that we can start building some stuff out. This seems like a 3rd priority, and then Wegmore would be our 4th priority. Let's check in on Breslin's economy. So we've got some elites here. Do we really need all of these enforcers? I feel like that's fine. We are at negative amenities. And there's a few folks unemployed. Oh, that's because I just turned this off. All right, they're working these jobs to... Negative amenities is bad, though, isn't it? There's a lot of folks on Breslin. A lot more than Matar, in fact. Yeah, we really need to invest in these colonies a little bit more. But we don't really have the infrastructure to do so. So I think what we'll do is we need to build some minerals out. We need to get our minerals and our generator districts going. So after that, and we've spent, you know, way more minerals than what we should have. So we'll just kind of start moving time forward. Hopefully we can get this colony ship around the corner here. Through the Crossroads Nebula to the east side of it. We've got a tradition available. So our only choice is the Great Awakening. The eye that pierces all veils is closed. Only with great effort can it be opened, and our true power be awakened. So this unlocks stage 3 of the psionic ascension. And at stage 3, we get all latent psionic species will unlock their full psionic potential, whatever that means. And then after psionic ascension, we can assimilate other species. Beta Aquilae, you guys interested? And yeah, that allows basically us to complete the tree, obviously. So yeah, we'll do it. And it looks like 50 months, so just over 4 years to get to our next one here. Now, the storm, Ober-1, has kind of moved into the Panurian. Gotta make sure I'm saying that right. Panurians sector of space. Hycan has a still a pretty big round of devastation here, but honestly, like, there's nobody living here, so it's fine. It looks like these guys are really just moving like crazy. Experimental research success. What do we get? 1.83 per progress on powered exoskeletons. Okay. Let's go physics, or I'm sorry, engineering. And the reason that I want to do engineering is because you can get some... surveyed. Sweet. You can get some ship technology here, like next year. yeah, we will have carriers, which is going to be a big boon to our military. One other thing I forgot to look at here. Let's check the policies and edicts. We have this thing called information quarantine, and it's giving us 5 stability and 50% governing ethics attraction. I don't think we need this. But we're not going over our edicts budget, which is pretty generous. We've got 20 from our ruler and then another 30 from 2 charismatic council members. So this, we've got pretty deep pockets here, but when we need to start trimming this down, then we can get rid of information quarantine for the time being. Larkin's singularity has been surveyed. Let's take a look at this. So what do we got? We got dark matter, and we found an astral scar. Okay. Let's jump over here.
Construction complete.
Okay. Oh, hey, look at that. Let's build another star base. Got some more. This might be a good place to cut off. It's a choke point. Maybe we'll charge forward to that. And charge forward here next, after we get this system surveyed. Although we might be able to get here, and then we can grab this guy as well. Oh wow. Okay, we have plenty of minerals, so let's get some mineral investment going. Build a mining district, an energy district, and a food district. And in 2 months, we'll throw a city district onto this as well. Something that I've always been really bad about balancing is that I'll get all of these resources, and then these districts and everything will be consuming, or the buildings will be consuming energy. Like I've got these 2 alloy foundries that have been disabled. I think I might actually just demolish them. Maybe not. Why do we have 2 temples? Okay, this is just giving jobs and ethics attraction. Okay, so it's not bad to have 2 temples, but it's probably not needed. We only have 3 more buildings as options here. Anyways, you'll notice that we've got civilians here, only 27 of them, but all of these other jobs are filled out. So as we go to create more jobs for this population, if you build these buildings, that's great, but the problem is that if you don't have populace to work the jobs, then you're spending resources on keeping buildings up and running that then produce no benefits for you. At least, that's what it seems like. So, I've really struggled, or I've noticed that I've struggled with balance regarding that.
Construction.
City district going here. And we've got another part of the Great Awakening kicking off here. Let's give this guy some orders. Oh, we can't build anything here yet because we don't have the technology to research astral threads or dark matter yet. Okay. Well, we ripped through psionic ascension. That's awesome. Okay. Let's take a look at the Great Awakening. Psionic ascension is moving forward. We have awoken. Felonians throughout the divine Pryde have unlocked their full psionic capacity. Telepathy has replaced most verbal communication between us, and cognitive control of matter might become just as commonplace. As our minds have opened, we have sensed the ineffable forces of the Shroud rippling within and around us. We know that all psionic individuals draw power from this realm, even if only subconsciously, and that it is home to powerful entities of pure psionic energy. Like a muffled whisper in a dark room, they call to us from within our minds. With combined cognitive effort, it may be possible for us to fully breach the veil between our dimension and the Shroud, allowing us to commune more deeply with the beings herein. Yes, indeed, we must explore the Shroud, so we can psionically assimilate, and everyone's at their full potential now. Great. Leaders gained a psychic trait. Which one? Where's my leaders? Here we go. A few of them did, not all of them. The head of research and the Minister of State did not. Interesting. We do have some capacity for officials and commanders, which we might want to take advantage of and leverage at some point. I want to upgrade this thing to a starport, or to a starbase, from a starport to a starbase. It costs 200 alloys and 240 days, which I think is about 6 months. Yeah, let's do that. We've got the alloys right now. We've already made the alloys. Oops. What did I do? Head of research. Yeah, we need that. Go Spark of Genius too. Heck yeah. And if this survey ship can get out here, I kind of feel like maybe... Oh, they closed their border.
Technology researched.
That's too bad. Let's do some research, anomaly research in the system. And we have carriers. So let's select a new research. We have, oh my gosh, we have so many options. I wonder, I think that's because this Civic has given us a little bonus on each one of these already. That one was because we cracked open that storm capsule. Planetary storm negation. That's a nebula refinery. I don't think I need that yet. Corvette patterns. Alright. Habitability. That might be good to help Wegmore grow a little bit, because this is a really bad habitability space. Storm generators. I feel like we got hit with the storm, and we probably don't need to do this. Oh yeah, here, you can see it. This is our progress towards it. Alright. I'm starting to understand. I don't really think that we need Storm Relief Center. We might. So build cost and build speed, frigate build cost and frigate build speed. I think we're just going to go with that, and the reason for it is just so that we have a little bit stronger defense. And we do need to make a carrier as well. So Sudatin is building stuff, that's great. Let's move on to Matar, which is just under 1,000. Kind of low on consumer goods now. We could definitely build a district here. We certainly can afford it. Feels like mining districts might be the way to go. This is going to be another 10 minerals a month. For 1 energy upkeep. We have the energy. Okay. Alright, so these guys have closed their border again, the Panurians. Minus 442. They're rivaling. Let's check that situation because... Okay, 17 days left. This is coming right up. Okay. Hey, we progressed. Big and testy. Waltram. Upon entering Waltram, our sensors picked up strange readings. Dismissed at first as glorified asteroids, which is weird. Things quickly changed when it was discovered that these entities reacted aggressively to movement in space, even at a great distance. Observation of these entities, preferably from a safe distance, is Where is Waltram? And this is a shadow of the aliens, I'm guessing. Okay, so another 80 days. Let's find Waltram here. Okay, so it's down here. This is what we're doing. In the middle of that storm, there's some difficulty there. Yeah, I still can't move. Yeah, we have a bunch of leaders and they're consuming some of that unity. Can we do anything about that? Like, is it worth it? Probably not. I don't think it's going to progress us too far. Breslin Station is upgrading. Alien writing. Okay. Someone used a mining laser from orbit approximately 5,000 years ago to carve a large body of writing into the surface of Hyken 3A. Where's 3A? Ah, this little guy here. The massive script covers a large portion of the moon's upper hemisphere and appears to be a short story chronicling the difficult life of an alien mercenary. Oh, okay, cool. Fascinating. So... Oh, we got a specimen. What does that mean? Is that... That's discoveries. Oh. Tales of a Mercenary. A common specimen. This produces unity. We take away a bunch from psionic ascension. Interesting. Okay. Very cool. Okay, we can kick off another minerals. Or, sorry, not another minerals. We can take a look at... Let's take a look at Breslin here. Not a lot of unemployment here, which is good. Can we build something? We don't have quite enough minerals. Yeah, we need more minerals for this. Always with the minerals. Yeah, let's build a mining district. That should be sufficient for now.
Construction complete.
What did we build here? Oh, we upgraded the star-based. Cool. We still have more? Okay, you're already performing this order. Sure. Any other anomalies? That's a difficult one. We'll probably go after this one next. Really hoping that we can... Okay, well, we can't go into their Fallen Empire's borders. Not that we could anyways. We're pretty much blocked in by the Panurians. Okay, having decrypted the signal, Gorlif was astonished to discover that broadcasting in an archaic form of one of the main Felonian languages, speaking in these and thous and whenceforths, it appears to be reciting one of the lost works of Kalut had Rolunt, a renowned Felonian playwright who lived some 600 years ago. It appears that the broadcasting device, a simple satellite dish protected by a small shelter, is the only non-natural structure on the moon. Okay, so now we're looking at Hycon 5A. It appears that the broadcasting device... there's a hint as to who left it... There's no hint as to who left it there, or why, but going by the wear and tear on evidence, it must have been there since shortly after the play was written, long before the Felonians learned the secret of space travel. We can only assume it was left there by ancient visitors to Sudeton, who took a liking to the play and decided to pay our species a strange and unexpected tribute. That is just weird. Let's see. Modifier added for 3 monthly unity and happiness. Oh. Okay, so let's do some quick math here. 2,500 unity right now versus 15% unity and some happiness for 5 years. And we'll do some calculations here. So if we're pulling out 175 unity for 5 years, that's 60 months times 175 unity. Oh, wow. And that's if we don't increase our production of unity at all. Am I doing that math right? Plus the happiness? You know what? I don't think that there's even a question here. I mean, that's 4 times the unity. It's just over time, right? If you win the lottery... I don't know. Maybe this isn't the same as the lottery. We're going to take evidence of superiority of the Felonian race, and we're going to leave it at that. And that hopefully will help us speed us along in our tradition, in our traditions of the future as well. Oh no. Oh, psionic parasites. Okay, so we were supposed to have a better chance of good events based on our situation log in a psionic ascension with the organized meditation. We'll get a bunch of unity back once we finish this situation too. Okay. Psionic parasites. An unpredicted climatic event occurred on Sudeton, a storm-like disturbance that swept through an area with particularly elevated levels of psionic energy. In its wake, we found some of the local fauna infected with strange parasite that burrows into and slowly consumes the cerebral organ. Oh, man, these storms. Between the Panurians and then the storms that we have been dealing with in this corner of the galaxy. It's just a little crazy. That's all I'm going to say. It's just a little crazy. As a parasitic infection progresses, the host animals temporarily develop basic telekinetic abilities, which they then use for hunting and feeding before they inevitably expire. Interestingly, these parasites are safely edible after careful processing. I don't know who would have come up with this idea of pulling these parasites out of these crazed animals. But maybe it seems kind of right on the nose for Felonians, for cat people. I'll let you be the judge. Interestingly, these parasites are safely edible after processing, rich source of nutrients, and might provide a healthy, inexpensive foodstuffs for our citizens. All right. I thought this was going to be bad, but I guess it is better. Psionic Ascension Research, Society Research, 580. Okay, so that would help us quite a bit towards telepathy. But we attune to an unknown entity. We get food. Okay, so all of these are unknown entities. So the question is, do we want food? Do we want unity? Or do we want research? You know, it's a toss-up between a fantastic new life form has been revealed for the unity and the society research. At least for me, I'm not super concerned about the food because we've got good food stock. Let's take a look at... This will get us another 1/3 of the way there from what we need now. So like 1/6 of the way to either situation speed and habitability and happiness, or psionic commanders. Oh, that would be great. Wow. Yeah, we need to advance that. Okay, so it's basically advance your tradition or make a tiny little jump into the 112 months remaining to get us psionic armies in telepathy, which I don't know if this is actually all that good. It might unlock or gate some additional technologies, and maybe that's what we need to do. So I think I'm going to go with the Unity, even though it attunes us to a couple of unknown entities. Before we make that selection, let's just check the Shroud panel. So we'll remember here, and then we'll go... A fantastic new life form has been revealed. Okay, so we did move up towards the unknown entity. But we're still here. Okay. "41 years in, and we're still kicking about, which is a lot." After the Panurian invasion, I was quite concerned. Okay, so their storm system is... Ober 1, I was really hoping to just kind of camp out here. Oh, I totally forgot, too. Whoa, what's this? I don't think I've ever seen this. We've gathered enough information to create a new insight technology to explore further. To create a new insight technology. That must be from this. We have 65 test subjects. Okay. I don't fully understand the civic, which... It's interesting, but I don't fully understand it. Gathering imprisoned individuals, subjecting them to scientific experiments. We can significantly increase the pace of our technological advancement. Okay. Experimentation chambers to gain test subjects. This is just, you know, the stage that we're at. We can hold on testing if we want. But this isn't like an insight. What is an insight technology? I guess we'll have to keep an eye on that. And hopefully we can get done with Aleph, which will give us some more... we're almost done with Psionic Ascension, though. That's great. Okay. Let's move these guys down here. We did ask them to move down. Perfect. The economy's looking pretty good. We have 1,000 minerals, so... And this is a really healthy income for minerals, at least at this point, so I think we need to focus on energy next. Let's go back to Sudatin. They're building a city district. How many more districts can we build total? We have 2 left. Let's max out our energy building. And we still have 700. So maybe we get a building here on Matar 3. Experimentation chambers might be a good thing. Psy-core. Very, very minimal energy usage for 34 entity, 2 armies, and minus 20 crime. I think we need a temple for the priest jobs. And what can we put into here? Plus 25% automated workforce for this district, but it's 10 energy. Okay, so the question is, what type of workers do I have available? Nobody's unemployed, but I've got 200 civilians that could convert into other jobs. So let's go with either our Psy-core or our temple. This gives us unity. Where's my temple here? We're kind of running low on consumer goods, so maybe temporarily. Maybe we don't do temple because it uses consumer goods. We could build some civilian industries to fix that. But I think the goal here is to finish our psionic ascension, so it seems like another Psy-core is going to be the way to go. Although I don't think... Oh, it does give us unity, which is going to help. Yeah. Build a Psy-core, guys. Let's do it. And we can spend some money here
surveyed
on this new starport, or starbase, in Breslin. Do I want to do it in Breslin? I think I want Hyken, actually, first. Okay, so that's got the target uplink computer and 2 torpedo batteries. So that should be fine. Yeah, we can work backwards to Breslin. I don't understand. These look like they're the same. Adds 2 guided weapon slots and adds 2 medium-sized weapon slots to Starbase. What? Okay, well, we do need an anchorage. I want to increase our fleet. So we'll do 2 anchorages. And okay, so that reduces docked upkeep. Hydroponics bay. This one feels like, so we're getting 10 food for basically 1 energy, less than 1 energy, at the cost of 50 alloys. This is in Breslin? Sure. Let's go back and look at Hyken, though, because I have 2 missile batteries, 2 guided weapon slots. Okay, so these are the defense platforms. I don't really want to do that. Okay, this is weird, because I don't know what guided where do I put the guided weapon slots? Ah. This must be it here. And this is just the station itself. Okay. 83 damage. Just under 84 damage a day. That's fine. I can't change this. Okay, but I can't tell... Oh, you know what? It must be these space torpedoes that it's got here. So let's go to Breslin, because Breslin doesn't have that. Yeah, okay, I see. So, comparatively, Hyken Station has these 2 torpedo batteries. And if we look at the station, I get it. Each one of these gives you 2 torpedo slots, and then we've got the medium coil guns. Coil gun 2, actually. Groovy. Okay. System is surveyed. Claim it. Oh. And we need to build a carrier. I keep forgetting. There's so many things to do in this game, you guys, that for a new player, it's quite overwhelming. Wait. We got carrier operations, did we not? Yeah. How come I can't build carriers? Did I just take a technology that doesn't give me anything? We got corvettes, frigates, and defense platforms, but no carrier. Oh no. So it boosts carriers, but it doesn't actually allow us to build them. First contact. Got another one. Mysterious aliens in the Sudeton system, Delta aliens. Everyone's busy. So I guess that will have to wait. Actually, let's check in on that situation. 80% breakthrough chance. All right. Yes. Okay, so what do we need to do here? First. It's still... I'm going to blow a whole bunch of minerals to up Farvis. It'd be nice to get all this stuff done. Having alloys coming in is great. All right, let's switch back over. Sorry. We've got a choice here. We're very close to completing our psionic ascension. 6 months. Okay. So we won't have another one of these before that. So we're not going to finish the psionics tree before we finish the ascension. We're only going to get one of these. So we're going to get habitability and happiness, which is going to be a big boost to Wegmore. And I can just double check Matar. 80%. So that would bump to 90%. Breslin would bump to 90%. Sudeton is 100%, and this would go to 25%. So it doesn't seem like a lot, but wow. Ton of amenity usage, ton of upkeep, half job efficiency. Like, we just took this because we wanted to take something. We needed it, right? We need a place for people to live. We can deal with this later. So this makes it better for our people. From a habitability perspective, on huge benefits for Wegmore, Matar and Breslin are going to get a noticeable difference as well. This one focuses on combat. Intel level, which is great. That might give us what we need to get more intel on the Panurians. Oh, man. Code breaking and encryption and situations. Does these both? Yeah, okay. So we're going to have to get this one anyways. So I guess we'll go clairvoyance first. And we'll just have to ask our people to survive a little bit longer. Just a little bit longer. Yeah, clairvoyance it is. And 44 months. So just another car payment. Okay, so we've got a big swath of systems here. Oh, this is surveyed. It's already performing that order. Oh, hey, look at this. Aleph aliens. Those are space amoeba. Okay.
An alien empire is reaching out to us.
Darn. I was really, really hoping that we would discover another empire. We wouldn't have to deal with these guys alone. I'm still annoyed at this. I'm really annoyed at this. This is annoying. Yeah, we don't need to do that. Oh, hey, you're done with that? Got another situation for you to work on. Guess we'll work on the Delta aliens again.
Construction complete.
Oh, well, hello. Was that the... Or is this somebody else? Militant isolationists. The Avarian vestige. Pitiful creatures, know that we roamed the stars eons before your hapless species mastered spaceflight. If any of you wretched little ships cross into our space, do not expect them to return. Oh, I don't think this is the Delta aliens. I think this is the additional Fallen Empire. Where are they at? Did we find them down here? Is that what we're looking at? New friends. Okay, so they don't really care. Sure. New friends. Can we afford
Council
to...
agenda
no,
available.
let's not do that yet. We've got a council agenda. And yeah, this is what we wanted. Mining stations. Let's get those mining stations going. That's a lot of mining stations. We've got our fleet sitting here, poised. Research that anomaly. Psionic supremacy is not done, but we've got something that's just come off of cooldown, I think. We're just going to keep expanding. I think that's our only hope for survival. Even though we can't, you know, jump back and forth. Like, we've been cut off. We need these two systems at minimum. Here it is. Breaching the Shroud. Let's see. After days of being locked in a hypnotic trance, we have finally managed to open a brief gateway into the Shroud. Ooh. Now, we can see this realm with greater clarity, resolving patterns from the swirling mass. Our actions influence its shifting flows of psionic energy, and formless entities gaze back on us from the other side, sometimes with curiosity, sometimes with kindness, and sometimes with malice. Some possess power comparable to the Cradle of Souls, though they are vastly different in their intent. Our psionic mastery in the corporeal realm was only the beginning. Now that we have established an initial psionic link, we can combine our cognitive powers and delve into the Shroud. Time to reach in and see what we find. Mastering dimensions, yep, and this concludes psionic ascension. Oh dear. Okay, the eye follows you around. Telepaths are ready to delve. Oh, that's so cool. Alright. Okay, so the Delta aliens in Sudatin That's probably just another faction, I'm guessing. Space amoeba study. We'll just do that. Oh, that's society research. Do I really want to do that? Not really. No. We'll cancel that for now. We're catching up on this stuff, though. That's great. Okay, so... back to the Shroud. Delve cooldown is 1,800 days. Which, how long is that? Five years? Okay. I should have been able to do that math in my head. We'll delve. Okay. The Shroud, it flows high beneath our known reality, a shadow cast by darkness. Though we have long ventured into this psionic realm, our earlier forays were only tentative. Now, after years spent wearing down the veil between dimensions with our combined minds, we sense it clearly. We sense it clearly enough to explore with purpose. On the other side, our efforts have not gone unnoticed. The cradle of souls awaits us. Gather and embrace. In this maelstrom of countless entities, its clarity is a promise. Oh, hey, we got some Zro. We found Zro in the Shroud. And 4,000 unity. We shall return. Nice, okay. So it happened, you get the benefits instantaneously, it looks like. Or at least we got those benefits instantaneously. But now our telepaths are on cooldown for 5 years. So 2247 in March. All right. Ugh. Oh, we're about 18 months out for that. Okay. Wow. We've got 1,000 minerals. They're building Psycore. Let's have them build a temple next. Like that. Breslin needs amenities. Needs amenities bad. And we've got 103... Oh, no unemployment. So there's 103 folks. There's 103 available jobs. Just read it. So we don't really need jobs. We need population here. But let's build some luxury residence. That's going to give us a ton of housing and amenities. Wait. Does the Psycore give amenities? No. Does the temple? Yes. But we gobble up consumer goods. It's 1,000 minerals to specialize. Yeah, let's do a temple here as well. Wegmore. Okay, we spent all of our minerals improving our planets. That scavenger bot.
Technology researched.
Okay, we've got a technology that's come across. Global energy management. This unlocks the energy grid, and this unlocks energy generation specialization, which gives us more technician jobs. Sweet. Okay. Astral harvesting would allow us to get those threads. Cold fusion reactor. That seems like something that's necessary. Although this one gives us generation or advancement in multiple fields. I feel like since we've got some astral threads here, we might be able to use those. I don't know what they're useful for. 8 more orders. You're done. Yeah, just hang out. Move there. Get ready to build another star base. Stationary apocalypse. Oh gosh, what's going on now? I think this is in Hyken. Yep. It is in Hyken. Okay, so this is the anomaly. Scientists report that much of this space station is constructed from everyday stationary objects barely holding it together. Seems like a good construction methodology. Deeper into the structure, the materials transition from metal alloys to plastics and other substances. Inside the heart of the construct, we found a machine. Still in the process of efficiently deconstructing organic material and shaping it into the very items encountered so far. After running a DNA simulation model, our scientists have been forced to conclude that the material likely came from the former inhabitants of this outpost. Okay, Society Research. We're supposed to get 520. I'm just going to check, because I like to check on things. So I'm at 12,470. Looks like we got about 5,000 or 1,000.
Anomaly discovered.
Interesting. We've got another anomaly. Black clouds in the tier 1. Okay.
War has been unjustly declared against us.
Again. Here we go. Another declaration of war. Alright, well, we've got some alloys. And they're looking to subjugate us again. Set the war goal. Wait, what? Set war. Humiliate. I don't want to claim because that'll take me away from my patron. Goal has already been set. Okay. Where's this enemy fleet? Part of me is contemplating. Okay. Before we talk about aggression. Oh. Yeah, it's a good thing I looked at that. Yeah, they're not going to go for that. Okay, those are the different operations. Cool. Well, we're going to start spying on these guys. We may as well send him out to do the Yoda Good, or to send Yoda Good out to do that. They've got to have a gigantic fleet somewhere, so let's start building up some reinforcements, because let's get some frigates as well. That might be a very foolish choice. Spy network established. We've received our first clandestine report from Spy Master Thorol inside the Panurian nation. This heralds the foundation of our first spy network within a Xeno empire. From this day forward, they too will realize the informative benefits of Felonian-honed information control. I don't see any fleets. So are you just declaring war to declare war? I'd probably just roll through and take all of these systems. Oh. Sadness. Well, after 42 years and our psionic ascension, our great blank has passed away at the age of -1 while in service to our empire. The people clamor for a memorial service to honor this leader's contribution to the divine Pryde. The grand event will give everyone closure and bolster our ideals. Well, High Thearch Feldrim Valthag. Has died. Rest in peace, Feldrim Vathrag. There's no L in there. Just notice this. Feldrim Vathrag. I've been saying his name wrong this entire time. If anything, this game challenges you on your pronunciation and actually reading words. So, there you go. October of 2242. So he served the Empire for about 42, almost 43 years. Okay. We have an open council position. And Sacoterum 1 has taken over for him. Sacoterum is a scientist. Sacoterum? And we need a new head of research. So let's choose that. It's a very inopportune time for a leader to pass. So he's narrow-minded. This will slow research speed down. So Gunarth, you're not a chance. You're not even a... This guy isn't a candidate either. I don't think either of these are good head scientists. This seems like the only choice in this particular case. Let's see. Ship survey speed. This guy's psychic. Survey speed, discovery chance. So this is the same. Sacoterum had Ungrit is our new scientist. Really? Interesting. Oh, I guess we are up above too many scientists. So this guy, Gunarth, he's served the Empire well. But I think it's time to have him retire. And the reason that I say that is because this narrow-minded council effect, like I guess he could become a champion of the people, like, or sorry, he could rule, maybe a sector ruler or a planetary ruler. But like most of his skills are all counselor skills. So we're gonna dismiss him. And that's going to mean that someone is going to need to take care of Tyr. And that's going to be our new head of science. Yeah, there you go. I'll just swap him out. I don't see a fleet coming, which is concerning to me. Why would you declare war without sending a fleet? Like, I don't understand that. We're just gonna play defense for now. Okay. High Priest Lyra is the new heir to the Empire and will take the throne when Sakatorum passes. Sakatarum. Lyra is a high priest and a general. Okay, so he's a defense engineer. Imperial heir. Oh, that's big. Can we put him as a general? Or an admiral, I'm sorry. Dock ship upkeep. Psychic. We're gonna get that. How about you? He's a politician. This guy's really not a commander. Hadsald. That's our high priest. Wait, I thought this guy had like... Maybe I made a horrendous mistake, but Lyra is the only one. Had salad. Sakatarum had salad. Trying to keep these guys straight, and they'd have a lot of nice themed type of names. Yeah, that's the reason. Okay, so that's the reason why he's there. Let's go back to commanders. Minister of Defense, Experimentation Overseer. Okay. Yeah, we'll put him on the... We'll put him on the... I'm gonna give these guys a... We're gonna put him on the new fleet that we're creating. I'm gonna put I'm going to give these guys a year, and then I think I might make some claims. Just claim 3 systems here. I know that'll impact our position within the Shroud. But maybe we just, I don't know. Do we play defense? I'm still really torn on this. We'll keep our eyes peeled for fleets. We've got a bunch of trade. That's pricey. Let's do that. Okay. So Delta aliens. Okay, that's fine. Matar is busy building a temple. We have a Psi Corps and then a temple going in. Breslin, we have a temple. Let's make a Psi Corps. Wegmore. Let's do temple as well. And do we still have, oh yeah. We can enable one of these. So we need to keep cranking out.
Construction complete.
Breslin's done. Oh. Starbase. Available leader traits. Let's make a change to Hyken Station as well. And let's... Oh, those are expensive. Do I really want to do that? Sure, let's do one of them. Leader trait, Kalaut, who's the Minister of State. He's governing Wegmore right now. Has leveled up. Okay. So we've got Charismatic Leader. And experience gain 20%. These are all counselor things. Oh, he is the Minister of State. Okay. So he's governing Wegmore, but he's also the Minister of the State, so he's on the council. Which means I don't really care about stability right now. The Edict Fund would be nice, but I don't have a lot of edicts. So, who cares, probably. Spycraft seems to be the best one. That'll make us a little bit easier to jump in. And then we've got another little event here for the Delta aliens. The vessels detected in the Pseudodin system seem to be part of some sort of expedition across the galaxy with purposes unknown. They've not made any hostile moves. No heavy weaponry. Instead, they seem to be broadcasting repetitive but not particularly content-filled signals in our general direction. Okay, so again, Yoda Good is confused. It seems like we've had this event before. Okay. Now we're at a energy deficit. Face the Tempest. In the aftermath of the devastation from a particle storm, we've gained some unique insight into these galactic phenomena. By studying astrometeorology, we can better protect ourselves in the future. This new field of research might eventually yield means to master these storms. Okay, cool. Where are their ships? Where are the ships? Hey. Habitability. Love it. There's a science ship. Where are these guys coming from? Like, this is very confusing. The war's begun. Let's see how our spy network is going. Okay, so we are on... Oh, this is great. Okay, we'll pause that real quick, because I don't want ships to sneak into our territory without me knowing. Hell plus plus plus. Daily progress is 1.88 with the base. Target's empire size. Relative encryption is 10%. Empire 21%. Infiltration level determines what operations a spy network can perform and may increase intel we have of this empire. As infiltration level increases, it takes your operatives longer to further expand the network. Okay, that makes sense. Government intel, diplomacy intel. This is just general intel. Military, technology, and economy. I don't think we want to do this yet. Relative encryption is pedestrian. So we got better encryption than they do, I guess. Can I add more people to my spy network? No. Okay. Well, not right now. Be nice to have a couple more envoys, but I don't know if we're going to get to that anytime soon. Okay. I'm okay with that. Oh, here's the Spoozalax. They're partially aware. I'm getting distracted.
System surveyed.
System has been surveyed. Let's just keep rocking on through. Chewing up some consumer goods. That's okay. I don't see... Where are your guys' ships? We're gonna hit 100% war exhaustion first. Caravan fleet of the Numistic Order. Finally, the winds of fortune have brought us to your bountiful lands. We are the Numistic Order, faithful servants of the goddess Numa. I can't help but think of a 90s internet reference. Although these guys look very strange. We have come to offer you her blessed wares. Our fleets travel the divine currents of cosmic energy whenever the winds of fortune take us, bringing new deals. Every time we enter your lands, sadly our ships are beyond the bounds of your realm for the moment, but next time we come to visit your skies, the wonders of the universe could be yours. For a modest donation of credits, of course. Next time, then. All right. Well, it is January 1st of 2244. Happy New Year. We are locked in another conflict with the Panurian nation to the south of us. And I see no enemy ships on the horizon, and at least our intel is telling us, hey, you're on equivalent terms. So with that, I think we're going to go ahead and call it. No reason waiting around for these folks once again. Thanks for joining. Thanks for watching along as we continue to delve into Shadows of the Shroud from Stellaris. Once again, an inadvertent Ironman playthrough, but hey, it's going pretty well so far. Maybe in Incident 5, the other shoe is going to drop on the Felonians, which wouldn't surprise me, but we'll see. So that'll wrap it up for now. Thanks again for joining us. And as you go about your day, don't forget to hit someone with kindness. We'll see you next time.